Hello, welcome to the show today. Now, as I've been promising you for some days, my guest today is David Icke, and thank you for coming, David.
Pleasure.
Very good of you. Now, David, where do you start with you, really? I know all I have to do is push the button and you'll be off. But you're the author of a lot of books. Your latest book, Children of the Matrix, which has just come out. But you started off, didn't you, in a much different way. You started off as a journalist.
Well, I started off actually as a desperately shy child in Leicester, in a big council estate where my mother still lives, and same house. And eventually, because nothing ever happened to me in my mind that was any good. All the good things in life happen to other people, and that's how I was. You know, I used to cross the. My mother still tells the story. I used to cross the street to avoid saying hello to people. That was how shy I was. And then I used to play football in the playground at playtime. And one day the teacher came over to me and said, would you have a trial for the school team? Now, and it blew me over.
Yeah,
because I knew the trials were coming, but me have a trial for the school team? I'd never get in. That didn't happen to me. But I had a trial, and I got in. And that was the start of my recovering self-esteem, and it's amazing to look at myself today, given how I started off in this life,
yes.
49 years ago, a terribly shy little boy.
And then you became a professional footballer, didn't you, at one point?
Yeah, it's really strange, really. Whenever I set a goal for something, ludicrous as it may have appeared at the time, like, I mean, the number of people who want to be professional footballers to the number of people that become them is very, very small. But I decided after that school trial, when I got in the team, I want to be a professional footballer. You know, my dad said, "Oh, you want to get your head around that, mate?
Oh, they do that, don't they?
You're never going to live in kicking a ball about, mate."
They do that. They do that, parents.
Yeah, but I just knew I'd do it. There was no reason why I should do that, but I knew I'd do it. I knew I'm going to be a professional.
And that's why you did it, because you knew you'd do it.
And you know, I had a series of lucky breaks and stuff like that, and became a professional footballer. But at the age of 21 eventually, but I mean it was a build-up over a number of years, arthritis finished my career, and I had to change tack, and that's when I went into journalism, because when I was told that if you continue playing football you'll be in a wheelchair, which I didn't believe either, I thought, what do I want to do now? I want a front grandstand. And even fewer people front grandstand, because there's one person who does it every week, you know.
Yeah.
And I started on the journey of that. But again, I knew I was going to do it. I didn't know why. I knew I was going to do it, and I did that. And eventually, you know, worked for the BBC as a presenter through the 80s. Got increasingly interested in environmental things, which I'd really been interested in since I was a kid. And I decided I was going to join this Green Party thing, which had just changed its name for Ecology Party. And in a matter, I don't know exactly what it was, but no more than 8 to 9 weeks, I went from, which was not my intention, from being joining the party as a member, becoming a national spokesman for it. Ludicrous. And that story alone is amazing the way it happened. And then, towards the end of the 80s, some very strange things started happening to me.
Right.
And they led me on a completely different journey. But you know, I was talking in a chat with someone the other day. I seem to have changed direction so many times in 49 years, but in fact, it's been the same direction. And you know, it's very clear that if you follow the flow of life rather than resisting it, we step from one part of the journey to another.
We certainly do, yeah.